Uh, welcome. And for disclaimer, I think it's important to say that my usual guest, as always, is using a hands-free device. Am I correct?
You know how I roll? Always stay on the move.
Yeah, he says stay on the move. That's important nowadays because I just got a phone call from a bill collector, which was actually kind of funny. And the first thing they said to me was, "Are you on a hands-free device?" And I was at the house, and I was like, "No." They said, "Okay, well, we can't talk to you right now. We're gonna have to call you back." I'm like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
They cannot talk to you if you're not on a hands-free device.
Right, exactly, because there's some point of liability as far as they're concerned. Whereas if they're talking to you and you're on a hands-free device and you get in an accident, that they would be liable in some sort of way as far as your well-being.
Wow.
Changes the game, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. So what's going on with you, man?
I really can't call it. There's nothing new. Um, quick side note: check your living social. They got a what happened to you? There you go. Check your living social. They have an event at Laurel Racetrack, November 14th. I believe that's a Saturday. We need to check it out. I think we need to attend.
On Living Social?
Yeah.
I, I don't even know what to say. I'm in.
Um, it's like a beer and bourbon tasting.
So that means Jim Beam and Old Granddaddy for everybody.
They said about 60 different kinds of beer and whiskeys.
Okay, does that mean like 60 cans of Miller Lite and unlimited shots of Old Granddaddy and Jim Beam?
I don't know. It's like $14.
Oh well, yeah, we definitely have to check that out.
I'm down.
Well, that's a given. I mean, the fact of the matter that we would have to go to Living Social because we probably know people who could get us in the door is just the fact that we're trying to act all grown up and be like, yo, I paid for my ticket for once.
I mean, I'm not averse to doing what I used to do when I used to try to get a program. Bum one off somebody leaving or try to find a half decent one on the ground somebody threw away.
Trifling, but so true. Trifling, but so true. So,
is it trifles or is it intuitiveness?
Oh no, it's survival instinct. Because why am I sit there and pay $4 for a book when I can get it in? And we are talking about the days before the internet, because literally there's no need to buy a book anymore when you get to the racetrack, because you can get all the information, the racing form, on your cell phone anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a format. It's all about the little short pencils. You know what I mean? You can never have too many of them.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I think not having the eraser on those makes your decisions on who you're choosing in the races a little more definitive.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, so on a quick note, my vehicle is dead.
The Trailblazer?
Yeah, Trailblazer's done.
Yo, man, you hard on a vehicle, man.
Why I gotta be hard on a vehicle? See, I do my oil changes on a regular basis. I mean, don't get me wrong. This isn't like the lady who never puts oil in the vehicle, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened to the car. The engine started smoking. This isn't one of those situations. Clearly, regardless of how many miles I put on the vehicle, I've done everything I could to maintain and keep the car up to par.
So the engine just started smoking?
No. I got a Saturday. I got a check gauges light came on, and every time I would accelerate from start, then the needle on the oil pressure gauge would drop down to like 5. And then on Sunday, I got the service engine soon, and Sunday I started getting the tapping. The knocking on the engine. And when I took it to my man,
you threw a rod.
Huh?
You threw a rod, didn't you?
Yeah, basically. He called me up and said the following. He was like, "Lee, it's the engine."
He said, "What?"
Lee, it's the engine.
That's That's all I want to say about that.
That's all. He said you can go get a second opinion if you want. And I'm like, my man, clearly I don't need one. And then
more than like you threw a rod somewhere, homeboy.
Well, then how about he called me up yesterday because our vehicle's up the spot. He said, "Hey Lee, man, what you gonna do with the vehicle?" I said, "Man, I'm coming up there Saturday to get it." He said, "All right, I just don't want nobody to come through and strip your vehicle for parts." I was like, "Good looking."
I mean, they can do that as long as you take the tags off of it.
Yeah. So I gotta somehow find another vehicle. Which, since we're at it, let's talk about the gulliness. What was my first instinct when I knew that my vehicle was gone? What was the first thing I was going to do to rectify the situation?
That depends what vehicle we talk about, Trailblazer, or we talk about the Jeep you used to run with.
Okay, we're going to put the Jeep aside. We're talking about the Trailblazer. Now, the Jeep never died. The Jeep never died. That baby would have, but I drove the Chevy to the levee. The levee was dry on the Trailblazer. That's pretty much how that went.
I mean, I kind of wish you still had the Jeep, though, for real.
Would you call it Dusty Red?
Dusty Red was like that fat chick,
Oh.
She held you down, you know what I'm saying?
Held it down. So what do you think my first course of action to deal with the situation was?
I mean, you ain't trying to get into a whole bunch of new set of payments right away. I know you. So you trying to figure out is there any way you could duct tape and Bondo this thing, at least for another couple months.
Yeah. Well, buying an engine, we already know getting an engine means it's time for another vehicle.
I mean, I know a machine shop, you might get an engine for about $3,000.
Yeah, well, I got a great hookup, but when you're dealing with the hookups, it'll take probably about 3.5 weeks to put it together, and that ain't gonna work. So the first thing that I thought to myself is, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take 500 and I'm gonna put 500 down on a little Ford Ranger, for like 4,900, 2,000 with 100,000 miles on it, and pay it off in a couple months, and that'll be my beat up vehicle, and I'm gonna ride that, till the wheels fall off, and then go ahead and cop something else.
Also make a little money on the side hauling and shit,
Exactly, but that fell through.
So I take it you didn't put that plan into effect yet. So what are you gonna do?
I think I might have to make some payments.
Has it been a year yet since you paid off the Trailblazer?
Oh yeah. It's been about 2 years since I paid off the Trailblazer. 2 years.
That sucks.
Yeah, and the Trailblazer was the first vehicle I ever had payments on.
Yeah.
So.
And look how I treated you.
Yeah, basically, right, and that's what I get, right? Thank you, Trailblazer. Like I said, you know how to treat a person well. That Grand Cherokee never left me on the side of the road. Man, I could talk about this forever. So let's move on. First off, Giants fan talking to an Eagles fan, and clearly I'm not the Giants fan. Let's be honest and tell the truth of this matter between the Giants and the Eagles.
Game was ugly as hell.
Yep. We're not any good. We're not any good. I said we're not a good team.
Neither are the Giants.
Yeah, so everybody's telling me, oh, but you guys got a victory against the Saints. Like, am I the only one who understands the Saints aren't any good either?
Really? It's bad when you're 4 games into a season and the Dolphins, who have just fired their coach, call the Saints and go, so what you guys doing with Sean Payton?
Yeah.
Y'all still want him?
Yeah, exactly. Rumor has it that,
But I mean, there's nothing to talk about. The NFC, the East is up for grabs. Everybody in the NFC East looks ugly.
My man,
even the Cowboys strength.
When are the East not up for grabs? Seriously, in the last 10 years, when has the East not been up for grabs?
Yeah, but the East is usually up for grabs because there's a decent competitive amount of football being played.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. To me, and this is league wide, it just feels the whole NFL has just been decimated with injuries.
Oh yeah, the last 3 years pretty much been. I mean, whoever's the healthiest wins the Super Bowl. I hate to say it, but that's key indicator.
The funny thing is, why is it more and more people are getting injured after Goodell has turned it into pussy ball?
No. Why is it more of these guys that get injured after they signed their big contracts?
Oh, because they got their money now.
Yeah.
But
pretty much.
There should be a rule. Like Dez Bryant held out. He bitched him on to get his contract. Then he got hurt. Jerry Jones should take some money back.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not happening. So, question. Let's move on to some other stuff. Back to the Future.
Okay.
Oh, that's a no comment?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah. How about 10/21/15?
Is that when it's coming out?
No. If you remember, I think in the second Back to the Future, when he jumps ahead, he goes to October 21st, 2015, in which the hovercraft,
which was yesterday.
So I think in that, I think he says that the Mets. Did they say the Mets win the World Series?
He said, I don't know if he said the Mets win it, but he damn sure predicted the Mets would be in the World Series.
All right. So what does that mean? I mean, they're already talking about doing the Marty McFly Nikes, and we already are in the process of working through our hovercrafts right now. So where do we stand as far as, did these guys seriously predict the Mets winning the World Series? Is that what we're talking about here?
Hey, it looks like old Doc ain't crazy after all, is it?
Doc ain't crazy. Yeah, apparently not. Apparently not. So, I mean, aside from that, man, I'm so beat up with this car thing. I don't even know what to talk about this week. Seriously, I don't. You got to give me a topic or something for this week, man.
Have you shed a tear over this vehicle?
No.
Are you going?
Am I what?
You look distraught.
I am. I shed a tear when I got rid of the Grand Cherokee because I was driving it without the plates on it, no insurance. I was like, yeah, I might be donating this a Blue Book value, but I'm gonna still load these tires in the back of this vehicle and drive it one more last time.
Here's a topic of conversation for you. Joe Biden announced he will not be running as president.
Yeah.
But yet, did you hear his speech?
Yes. If I was president, I would like to cure cancer.
Well, my thing is, what the hell you worried about it for? You ain't running for president. How do you announce you're not running for president? And the speech you make, it's almost like he was ready to run for president, and when he got to the mic, he said, "Fuck that."
First off, so you thinking that he actually went up there with intentions on running and got to the mic, was like no, and still said the same speech he would have said if he was running anyway? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I believe. I don't know what his intentions were, but if he did change his mind, he said, "Fuck it, the speech is made. I'm reading
it." He said, "I pay good money for the speech. I'm gonna go ahead and read it."
Hey, I mean, you think worse. In the past 8 years, he has said worse.
Well, I mean, nothing coming out the White House is really concrete, or sometimes it's the most comprehensible piece of information. I mean, I got to give it to Barack Obama. Bar none, he has brought back some form of legitimacy to the White House and brought back the idea that a candidate should be or should not be a bumbling idiot. So coming from the White House, when you hear there are knowns and there are unknowns and there are unknowns, are you surprised to hear Joe Biden coming out with his remix speech?
Oh, no, that doesn't surprise me. No. You being a history major, let's see if we can shine some light on some people out here.
Max Headroom, could you do me a favor and repeat that again? Porte, your signal is hello.
Hello.
Whew. All right, you about to say? Go ahead.
Nowhere is there a president that says, I'm not a president, but there's no time can be a vice president, is there?
Why do you sound like Chevy Chase in Top Secret? No, Spies Like Us.
Because
Gets on the mic.
I've been asked.
And the reason why that's all I have to say. Thank you very much. That's what you sound like right now. Yeah, good response. Great response. Whatever you said.
You all right over there?
Oh, I'm good. Can you hear me the whole time I'm sitting here? And you're fading in and out.
I've heard some things. Some things I liked.
That's your story. You're sticking to it.
No, because at one point you kind of sound like a robot.
Oh, it's not me, man. My signal is right and exact. It's you on the mobile. So
no, it's me on the move. I'm like Nori. Now we on the run eating.
Now we on the run eating. All right.
I passed the little bad spot. I'm good again.
All right. So something happens to Hillary Clinton, then of course Joe Biden is the next man up the stage. Oh, don't look at me. Don't look at me, man. I'm looking at you like I'm waiting for your signal to clear out. You got the nerve to look at me like, is it you? It ain't me, dog. It's you.
Oh, no. I hear you clearly now. You still having problems?
Yeah, you're good, though. You're clear. So, all right, man. So Hillary Clinton gets in a plane accident, and the next Democrat to run would be Joe Biden. We're gonna take it as that.
No. I don't want to take it as that. I feel he should just go ahead and run for vice president again.
Vice president.
Just stay the vice president. Fuck it.
Yeah, you don't have to run. You're on the ticket, so you know how that is. Anything else?
What's wrong with it?
I mean, certain cats, have the Hasselbecks make a living of being the backup and get paid for it. So why not the vice president, right?
He's pretty good at this foreign policy thing. It's where he excels at.
Yeah, it's because he's from Delaware, and nobody really knows too much about Delaware. So it is what it is.
He's good at foreign policy because he's from Delaware?
Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What Hannibal Buress say? Court of law and all that good stuff. Look at my suit.
Yeah.
So what else have you heard, man? I don't. Yeah, I'm over here with my bottom lip hanging out. What else did you hear, man?
I haven't heard much of anything.
Seriously?
Rand Paul running for Speaker of the House? Did I hear that?
Oh, with conditions.
He put conditions to it?
Yeah, like he's like, I'll do it, but these are the things that got to happen. I'm like, really?
Who the fuck are you?
Well, he is who he thinks he is. I mean, what else can you say?
They were who we thought they were.
Nobody else wants the job, so he's kind of like, you guys want me. I'm the most notable figure to take it and provide some legitimacy to the position. So, I'll do it, but I gotta have Saturdays off. And then, if you got the big chair, the goal is to have the big chair. I mean, many people outside the Washington D.C. area may not know what the big chair is, but when you got the big chair, you're the man. And he got the opportunity to have the big chair, but he's running it with conditions.
Yep. He got stipulations.
Right. Right. So Kanye for president in 2020?
Who?
Kanye.
Moving on.
Seriously?
I'm not dealing with that fool.
All right. Stevie Wonder for president in 2020?
El DeBarge for president 2020.
Tell me, hold up, time out. Tell me one of the funniest things you did here was the unsung episode with DeBarge where everybody at Motown was like, we didn't know that they were that ghetto. We walked out of the studio and they was in there breaking into vending machines.
Drop the mic and walk away.
No comments.
Drop the mic and walk away.
Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans out there in the Motown studio, in the studio out there trying to make some of themselves right now.
Yeah, DeBarge. If we gonna vote for tomfoolery, DeBarge and DeBarge, she got it.
That's
got my vote.
DeBarge for president.
Matter of fact, if we ever get this on the internet, call me DeBarge. I'll be your campaign manager. I contribute. I do something.
Yeah, that and the Bob's Big Boy, not the Bob's Big Boys, the Bob Ryan's check.
Hey, something's bound to happen.
Something is bound to happen.
Who would you rather have as president? Okay, DeBarge or Kanye? A balladeer with history and a criminal record.
or a guy who steals beats for a living.
Steals beats. Maybe has a balance. Who knows?
Yeah. Are you gonna vote?
For DeBarge? Yeah, for anybody else.
He said for DeBarge. Oh, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. All right, an erroneous thought for today. What was the erroneous thought that you had throughout the course of the week that nobody else will probably understand? You're willing to share it anyway because maybe I can make sense of it, or we could just go ahead and continue with the tomfoolery.
We can always continue with the tomfoolery.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to vote. No, I haven't voted in a long time.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got my erroneous thought for today.
And that is?
A co-worker of mine who was autistic because he came up.
You have a coworker that's autistic?
Yes, he's on the autism spectrum.
Okay.
Came up to me and told me that if he doesn't say hello or if he doesn't engage in normal conversation, it's because he's on the autism spectrum. It's something he's working on, and he doesn't want me to take offense to anything he does. This is just cricket. So my thought was, if an individual has autism and they don't understand social cues, right? And you were to say to an individual who doesn't have social cues, if you hold the door open for people, that's just a sign that that people appreciate that you're doing something considerate for people, and people are going to consider that some form, as socially speaking, as a considerate act. Then my question is, if you tell a person who's autistic that, will an autistic person do that or make an effort to do that, or are they not going to engage in the activity opening a door?
It depends. Autism has such a wide spectrum. It actually depends what their ailment entails. If it's something like Asperger's, you can tell them 50 times they ain't gonna do it because they really don't, deal with the social interaction.
Okay,
you open the door for someone, they're gonna say thank you and give you eye contact.
So you're saying that the part of what goes on with them is that they're trying to avoid the eye contact or the social information, or is it just that they don't understand and they don't get it? All my love is waiting for you. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And all my love is waiting for you.
Levels.
And
There you go.
all my love is
Are you
waiting for you. Huh?
you're singing the barge?
Hey. Actually, that's Slave, I believe, isn't it?
No,
You said no?
no.
Oh, okay. All right. So you were saying, is it, as far as the social cues are concerned, is this something that they just do not do and recognize because they don't want the eye contact or don't want to engage in the social interaction, or it's just beyond them to be able to do it anyway?
Well, like I said, I believe it all depends on the the level of autism that they have. Like I said, a person with Asperger's, they have difficulty sustaining that type of relationship, making eye contact, dealing with the social. It's almost like having social anxiety.
So, in
Where
other words,
another autistic person, that might not be their issue. They might not have trouble dealing with social interaction. Their trouble might be like Rain Man having his schedule changed.
so telling a person like this, if you hold the door open for people, it's considered positive for social skills, and all it doesn't require them to do anything else. But when another person comes by to open the door, that's just not going to equate. They're not going to do it.
Well, in regards to your coworker, I don't think he will open the door. Because, like, if he's telling you, hey, if there's a day where I don't speak, it's not personal. I'm a little autistic. He doesn't like dealing with the people.
So you don't open doors for people either?
Motherfucker, I don't have autism.
And on that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up, B. Wrap it up, B.
You better wrap that gavel up, B.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Well, I think that's gonna wrap up our episode for today. And on that note, appreciate you for your time, your efforts, and watching. And we'll be back with you another time.
Aloha, gentlemen. Aloha, crazy people. Aloha.
Exactly. All right, man. I'll holler back at you.
Ayo.